Hey folks, how's it going? 64-bit Math here with another pickup video. Now for this one, it's actually a lot of game boxes, which I was very excited to find just because, well, there's n64 game boxes and Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance game boxes. So yeah, I really was excited to get them both, but especially the n64 stuff, just because I am going for a complete in-box n64 collection. Basically, Rob, the video game store owner for my town, he bought a really big bundle, and he got a bunch of games, but he also got some empty boxes and some other stuff too. So he was kind enough to give me dibs. So Rob, if you're watching this, thanks a bunch, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, he gave me a really great deal. I think, well, what I did was I took some stuff in for trade, and it was probably about, I don't know, I think I had about 20 bucks into it. It was more like $30 or $40 worth of stuff. But I did that, and then I did $70 cash. So it was about $90 total on my part. But I feel that everything was really well worth it. So yeah, I'll quickly kind of start going through stuff. This is the handheld game boxes. Some have the games, some don't. And this is the n64 one. Again, some have the games, some don't. So I'll start with the handheld stuff. And I'll try and go through it quickly just because I don't want this video to be too long. And I'll mention if they have the game in them or not. So first up is Grand Theft Auto 2, which is just the box, but really good shape. Actually, what I'll do is I'll mention if they have the game in them, and if I don't mention, then chances are they're empty, because there's a lot more empty than have the game. So, next up is Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Curse of the Sword for Game Boy Color. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Spider-Man, Mysterio's Menace. This one's got a bit of sticker on it, but really, for the price I paid for everything, I really don't mind if the odd one has a bit of sticker. Next up is Advance Wars for the Game Boy Advance. Malibu Beach Volleyball for the original Game Boy. Yar's Revenge for the Game Boy Color. Miss Pac-Man Special Color Edition for the Game Boy Color. Pitfall Beyond the Jungle for Game Boy Color. Most of the boxes are in really good shape. A lot of the ones that were empty were all folded up together. So I think the guy that had them took really good care of them. Some of the n64 ones are ex-rentals, but even so, those are in pretty good shape too. So, but yeah, some of these are really crisp. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories for the Game Boy Color. Super Breakout for Game Boy Color. Super Dodgeball Advance for the Game Boy Advance. I really enjoyed this the Nintendo version of this, so I hope to find the cartridge for this and give it a shot sometime. Earthworm Jim for the Game Boy Advance. Batman for the original Game Boy. Now this one does have the game and manual in it. It's one of the few, but it is fully complete. Pokemon trading card game. Quite happy to get this one in good shape. And this one was empty, but I do have the game for it, so now I just need the manual. So happy to have that. Next up is F1 Race for the Game Boy, which is the big box. And it has the game, the manual, and the 4-player adapter as well. I won't pull it all out, but it is fully complete. So happy to get that one. Next up is Pac-Man Collection for the Game Boy Advance. Again, this one was loose, or just the box, but I did have it loose, so now I just need the manual. Next up is Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Color. Then we got Final Fantasy Legend 3 for the original Game Boy. Pokemon Fire Red version. Quite happy to get this box. I'm a pretty big fan of the Pokemon games, so always nice to get another one box. And the last Game Boy Advance game, and it's just the box and the insert that's inside of it, but really good shape. Very happy to see this one, and it is Metroid Zero Mission. So quite happy that that one was in the bundle. Now, that's what I got for the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, or boxes I should say. Very happy with them all, and yeah, so now I'll jump over and show you what I got for the N64. Alright, so pretty much the same thing with the N64. Quite a few empty boxes, but some are fully complete. I also got some manuals and 2 loose games, so I'll just kind of go through stuff, and if the box has something in it, I'll say. Otherwise, just assume that it's just the empty box. But yeah, I'll go through the manuals. These ones were all ones I needed. I already have the box in the game, so this completes them. So very nice to get the manuals. First up, WrestleMania 2000, Knockout Kings 2000, Fighter's Destiny, WCW Backstage Assault, Quake 2, and the last manual is Rayman 2 The Great Escape. So, very happy to get those because they complete some boxes and games of mine. Then I got 2 loose games. First up is Space Station Silicon Valley. Quite happy to get this one. I don't have the box or manual for it, but it's a game that I've heard quite good things about. I don't remember playing it when I was younger, but maybe I did and I'm just forgetting. But yeah, heard great things about it, and with it being bundled in, it wasn't a very costly game, so happy to add it to the collection. And the other loose game is Duke Nukem 64. Now this one I do have the box for, so now it can go on the shelf with my other box games, so very happy to get that. Alright, so diving in, these are the boxes that I got. First up is PGA European Tour. Then Duck Dodgers starring Daffy Duck. This one does have a sticker there, but again, for the price I paid, I'm just very happy to get more boxes for the collection. Then after that is Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. Again, same sticker. I'm guessing quite a few of these came from the same rental place, but yeah, I really don't mind for the price I paid, so very happy to get them. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Quite happy to get this one, even if it is a bit rough. Definitely a fun game and can get pricey, so happy to get a box for so cheap. Next up is Miss Pac-Man, Maze Madness. Duke Nukem, 0 Hour. Triple Play 2000. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Happy to get this one. This one's in really good shape. It's with the manual. Now I don't have the game, but I do have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 complete in box. So now I just need the game for this one, and I'll have the full series complete in box for the N64. So happy to grab that one, and in really good shape. Alright, so all the rest, they either came with the game or I already own the game, so now these ones are pretty much complete in box, I believe. First up is Star Fox 64. Now, I do own this game already, complete in box, but the copy I own is the big box version, so I really wanted to get the skinny version as well. So now I have 2 copies of Star Fox 64 complete in box, and very happy to have it. And that one came with the game and manual from the store, so I didn't even have to have a second copy or anything. Vigilante 8, Second Offense. Now this one, this one is just the game in the box. I got the box from the store and I already had the game here at home, but now I just need the manual, so happy about that. This one is complete in box and happy to get it, even if it is a sports title. NBA Hang Time. Yeah. Quite happy to get this one, and it's in pretty good shape. Next up is Battle Tanks Global Assault. Now this one, I got the box in the game from the game store. It was missing the manual, but I had a manual from the Heart Retro here on YouTube. They were kind enough to trade me one earlier. So now I have it complete in box. So very happy to get that one complete. I also got the box and manual for Diddy Kong Racing. And again, I already had the game here, so now I have that one complete in box. So very happy to get this one complete in box. And by piecing it together, I got it pretty cheap, so happy with that. Another one is Monaco Grand Prix. I believe this one's just the box in the game, but I already had the game, so now, yeah, I just picked up the box, from the game store, but now I got box and games, so happy to add that one to the shelf. NHL Breakaway 98. This one was fully complete. I did already have the game, but my other one was actually pretty covered in stickers, so this is nice. Even if the box is a bit beat up, I'm not too worried. It's just a sports game, so I can check it off the list now. I picked up Pilot Wing 64. Now this one came with the manual and the box, but it didn't have the game, but that was fine because I already had the game. I actually had a complete in box copy of this already, but this one was in much better shape. So it's the only one out of the whole bundle that I did a box upgrade for, and I'm quite happy I did because this one's really, really quite clean. So happy with that. 2 games left. Next up is Star Soldier Vanishing Earth. This one was complete in box. I got the game manual and the box from the game store. Very happy with it. I didn't even really realize or know much about this one before I picked it up at the game store. I think we looked it up and it was kind of going for around 35, 40 bucks. I think one person had paid 100 bucks for it complete in box, but most of them were going for like 40-ish, so I'm not sure why that guy paid so much or if it was like a fake bid or something, but yeah, regardless, I'm just happy to have it complete in box, so yeah, add that to the collection. And the last box that I got is Pokemon Stadium, and it's one of the big boxes because it comes with a rumble pack, or a transfer pack, sorry. And I just picked up the box there. He had the game and transfer pack, but I already have the game and transfer pack, so I just left those ones at the store because he can sell those and make some more money. And because I did that, I was able to get the box for pretty cheap. So yeah, I just used the parts that I had here, and now I have it complete in box. So quite happy to get this one. I like collecting the variations of boxes, so it's always cool to get another big box. So yeah. So that's what I picked up. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I tried to kind of go through it quicker. But yeah, like I said, for the price I paid, I don't really want to do math right now, but I had about $90 invested, and it was about 40 boxes and about 10 games, some manuals. So I think most items were $2 or under, which for what I got, I feel very happy with. So yeah, feel free to comment with what you think of what I picked up. If you think I was crazy going just for cardboard, I know some people don't really like that, but I find it a cool way to piece everything together and get some complete in box games. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll end the video with a quick pan over, and yeah, I will see you folks with another video soon, so later.